Hi everyone! It is another 31 Days of Horror with me, Morbid Heart Designs. And, kind of surprise, surprise, we're going to be talking about another movie from the 50 Best Horror Movies You've Never Seen documentary I talked about last month. If you haven't watched it and you're interested, check out below. I am so glad I found that list for this year's movie reviews because it's been amazing. Let's talk about this movie! This movie is called Humanoids from the Deep. It's from 1980. This is kind of an 80s update from The Creature from the Black Lagoon, which is a classic, iconic horror character or creature. So an update of Del Terry's Horror on Party Beach, and it is actually directed by a woman. If you watch this movie, you probably won't believe it's directed by a woman because there's so much exploitation of women. It's kind of like, wait, what? And that was honestly one of my least favorite parts of this entire movie was how much naked woman body you saw. And it wasn't actually necessary. And some humanoid from the deep rape of women. I have this weird thing with nudity. I'm okay with it if it actually furthers the story. And in a minor way, it kind of does and does not with this movie that you find out more towards the end. But it's also a giant leap, as in it wasn't necessary for that plot point. The plot is not that good. The movie felt way longer than it had to be. I do give them really big props for how they got things done. They had like 4 of these humanoid suits, so they only had 4 people who could do a scene at a time. And the way they filmed it and edited it, it's impressive that they had so few suits to create as much chaos as they did accomplish in the final edit. Speaking of the final edit, so apparently what was released was not actually what was approved by the director, and somebody decided it needed more nudity and more sex and went in and re-edited some of it, I guess. So the final product is not actually what the female director wanted. It's kind of crazy if you ask me. Like, how did that happen? There were a few things that I actually did like about this movie. They did really go well with the gore, and there's a carousel scene in this like state fair. The people are getting killed on it. It's kind of awesome to me, as I'm super weird. This is another slower paced movie, which again, 1980, transitioning from the 70s where a lot of them were on the slower side. So you do kind of have to forgive that. There is a lot of chaos and gore towards the end. Lots of chaos and gore towards the end, but I don't necessarily feel it makes up for the entire movie as sometimes does, which gets a higher rating from me, but not this one. It's one of the few from the documentary, The 50 Best Horror Movies You've Never Seen, that I actually don't like and I don't recommend. I do only give this movie 1 zombiever. I almost want to give it 2, but I really can't. Yeah, I can't. I don't recommend this movie at all. I wish I had never watched it. So thanks for watching another 31 Days of Horror with me, and I hope you're enjoying yourself. Remember that 1 review for each day of the month of October, and every one that's done is 1 day closer to Halloween. So please like, subscribe if you haven't, followed my social medias, all that jazz, and from my dark heart to yours, have a wonderful holiday season, and please don't die before my next video.